that Adam did, what was the sin he committed? That God will get so angry as Adam, you mean you committed this sin? Get out here. Because you need to ask questions. What is it that Adam touched? If it was apple, then you and I should not eat apple again. Adam touched the tithe.
Which tithe? If man fell by the tithe, then it means salvation will be by the tithe. Then there's no need for Jesus to die.
The tithe was the only thing God told him not to touch. He said, this one is yours, but this is mine.
These tithe mongers can go to any extent. Even if they have to burn the Bible, they will burn it so that nobody will touch their tithe.
Now, let me say this to you to humble you. If you don't want to prosper, they are not ready for heaven. Because he said the streets of heaven, don't be holier than God. So every time you touch your tithe, you are living in dishonesty. You are tampering with that which God has told you not to touch.
It's fraud. They are not even born again. To cast aspersion on Christ for mammon. Now, so the tithe disturb you from village witchcraft reach, but too late for them. People's eyes are opening all over the world.
Today we want to look at this scripture with what a great man of God, a person of Bishop David Ibiyeomie, how he twisted this scripture. I use the word twisted. You remember in Genesis chapter 2 verse 17, God told Adam they must not eat of the tree of the garden, that in the day they eat of it they will surely die. It wasn't talking about tithe, but I surprised that a man of God of this magnitude, who that is the general overseer, the founder of Salvation Ministry, to treat this scripture this way. But do you know what? We are here to defend the truth of the Bible, and we will not mind whoever that involved. When we see anyone trying to contradict the Bible for personal gain, we will not accept it. And Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 3 that the devil was deceiving Eve, and she ate of the fruit. She gave it to her husband, and both of them ate of it, and their eyes were opened. It wasn't talking about tithe. It doesn't even relate anything about tithe. At this time, there was nothing involving tithe. Tithe was not even in existence. But for a man of God of this magnitude, for the sake of the gospel, if you hold on to this, what you are saying, the same way, it's like you speak against the very root. You speak against the very roots of redemption. Jesus Christ was not die for tithe. If you say that because Adam and Eve eat their tithe, God sent them out, that is error. That is error. And the Bible tells us in the book of Jeremiah to warn you, sir. And if you are there, maybe as a member hearing me this very day, please forward this video, send it, let it get to Bishop. Let Bishop come up again. There is nothing wrong for him to preach the message again in the congregation and say, oh, it was a slip of tongue, I made mistake on this. Because Bible tells us in Revelation, it said we must not add to the scripture, neither should we take away from it. If we add to the scripture, we add the plague, the punishment that is written in the scripture. And if we take away, we take part of it, even from us and from our name, out of the book of life. That's why, Bishop, I love you. And I want you to come up again online and correct this misinterpretation which you gave to your congregation. Although people may say that maybe I don't like Abel Damina when I'm saying most of his message, but in this regard, like I've listened to Abel Damina, it's right. Jesus will not die for our tithes, and God do not send Adam out of Garden of Eden because they did not pay their tithes. That is another topic. Adam eat the forbidden fruit. Adam and his wife, for that reason they were sent out of the garden. Sir, there's nothing wrong when a great man of God like Benahim, when he knew that he made mistake, he come up and corrected himself, accepted the blame. There's nothing wrong for you to come up again and correct this mistake. Don't just hold on, because being a bishop will not hide you, will not keep you away from the judgment seat of God, or even from the anger of God. If you hold the truth in unrighteousness, as the Bible puts it, please tell your congregation the truth. Let them know that it was fruit. Bible mentioned that they eat the fruit of the garden. Come up and say that they eat the fruit, not tithes. Not tithes. Redemption is not by tithes. Salvation is not by tithes. There are people who pay their tithes and yet they will not make heaven. There are people that give up their offering and whatever, but they will not make heaven. You know why? Bible said in Ephesians 2 verse number 8, by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of your own, it is the gift of God, lest any man should boast, lest any bishop should boast, lest anyone should say that it's because you do not pay tithes and that is why you were. Lest any man should boast. It wasn't tithe, it wasn't offering. They eat the forbidden fruit, and that was the only commandment God gave them at that time. He gave them everything, and he told them, if you eat of the forbidden fruit, you will die.